Yo, Zero, thanks for the 9. Okay.
This year, we hope to prepare a different type of environment where
Uh-huh.
players can test their skills, and we also
I hope that means like better netcode or some shit, right? Not a bubble. I don't want a bubble, right? Give me better netcode at this point.
intend to make battle adjustments this year as well. So we hope that you'll continue enjoying and supporting Dragon Ball FighterZ.
They said there's still plans, but I'm glad you brought this clip up because this is actually good, right? So they basically say they have more plans, right?
Dragon Ball FighterZ has reached its 3rd year, and although we didn't have the luck to hold an offline tour this year, thanks to the support from the pro players as well as all the viewers, we've been able to carry out a number of online tournaments. This year, we hope to prepare a different type of environment where players can test their skills, and we also intend to make battle adjustments this year as well. So we hope that you'll continue enjoying
okay.
battle adjustments this year as well.
Yeah.
Battle adjustments this
Okay,
year
cool.
as well. And we also intend to make.
So I'm glad that they pointed out that the better environment to play and battle adjustments is 2 separate fucking things. That's huge. It's important. But before we get into that, dude, let's talk about everybody who's jumping ship, right? One of the prominent ones is Super Noon, right? My man said, I'm outie 5,000. Now, I can understand, right, why from a competitive point of view, you would leave a game where there's no signs of well, potentially no signs of better netcode, right? Am I re-downloading Zeno? Never played. DBFZ is dead. Back to Marvel Infinite. You know, Marvel Infinite actually has rollback netcode, believe it or not. But anyways, yeah, I could understand, right? Like, I made a tweet saying how a lot of people don't want to deal with the insufferable netcode, which is fine. You know, if people don't want to deal with it, then just leave. You know, it's your personal preference. Don't shit on people for leaving. But just because people, top players, you know, like the kill stage doesn't even play anymore, right? It's been dead. He says it's been dead to him for over a year now, and the season 4 would not change that. So that's fine. Let them leave. They'll be replaced with other competitors, right? Other players. People will come and take the mantle. They'll take their spot. There's still so many people playing this game that the player pool is not an issue, and it looks like it's only really the American players that I've seen that are dropping the game, right? Like Japan. Like, there's a tweet from Goichi, if somebody wants to link it, that he said he's still gonna play the game. He loves the game. Bombaban is saying he fucking doesn't think the game's gonna end because it sold 6 million copies, right? It's only the American players that I see that really have the issue here. And just because they dropped the game does not mean the game is dead. Don't let a person influence your decision and opinion on playing the game. You know, think for yourself, right? Fucking have your own thought process. Don't just hop onto what, you know, a decision somebody made for themselves, not for you. Is this a video? It'll probably be a video for the YouTube peeps, if you guys want to say hi to the YouTube peeps. But yeah, I get it. You know, as Super Noon said, last night solidified he will no longer put any effort into trying to be a world-class player in Dragon Ball anymore. There's no reason and no more motivation for him to put his soul into the game. He'll look forward to strive to compete online. Thanks for the good times, DBFZ. Right? He's not gonna settle for subpar netcode, which is understandable. You know, I get it. I don't like the netcode either. That shit sucks. This shit sucks. But sometimes you just have to deal with the cards that you're dealt with. You know. No way of playing the game comfortably in competitive setting, really. You know, the one thing that really busts my balls about this, though, he lives with Sage and Sonic, right? It's kind of like, B, you're the most comfortable position to get the best fucking practice in this game, the 3 of them. All right, it's kind of a bust my balls a little bit on this tweet, you know? Like, sure, he has his own preference, but the 3 of them are so fortunate to have each other in a pandemic. Noon said they get burned out playing DBFZ. I guess take a break, you know, take some time off, whatever. But like, you have the opportunity that rarely anybody has You know, to this world-class competition, fucking right next door. You could fucking throw a spit wad. I could fucking crumple up a piece of paper and hit them in the head. That's how close they are, you know. The world-class fucking training partners for any game, right? Imagine dipping because a pro player did. To be fair though, those nerfs didn't help with people wanting to quit. Wait, hold on, I gotta let my dog out. Shit. It's like, well, come on, bro. Like you have some of the you have like the best fucking opportunity to stay polished without having to put any, you know, crazy time into this game, because you have two world-class players, you know, arguably top 5 players in the world in your fucking house. We'll need to wait at least 4 to 6 months for anything to happen. Super Saiyan Goku and Zamasu buffs ain't never happened. And I'm gonna get into what really is killing this game besides the netcode. After this, just what's fucking stagnated the shit out of this game. Once I'm through with this. But yeah, even Madron Obama chimed in, right? You see, he's talking about the same thing. He's seen a lot of Dragon Ball players fucking wanting to dip, right? And he brings up a good point, right? If this was your first fighting game you took seriously, post-support Twilight phase. Yeah, we don't even know for a fact either if there's not going to be another season or another version of the game or another just whole new installment, right? Maybe they'll make a Rev 2. Maybe they'll make DBFZ 2. We don't know. They said they still have ideas for the game. They still have plans for it. We don't know what that is. We haven't seen the final nail on the coffin, so we have to kind of wait to see what they do, because Bamco likes money. This is their best selling Dragon Ball game for the amount of time it's been out. Xenoverse has more copies sold, but I believe the game's been out twice as long than FighterZ, and FighterZ is catching up to the sales number. They just passed 6 million copies not too long ago. Yeah, is Xenoverse 2 6 years? I don't know how old Xenoverse 2 is. I know it's at least twice the lifespan of FighterZ. But anyways, yeah. This happens to every fighting game, guys. This is nothing new. I don't know where this crazy chain, you know, backlash, worriness came from people, right? We're the fighting game community. We're not a MOBA FPS community, right? We're expected to always have crazy content come out every couple months. You know, something to fucking keep there, like hundreds of thousands of players going, right? We don't have the same resources, right? We don't have the same money pool that the other communities have. But that's another thing you have to keep in mind. I know if this is your first fighting game, you know, you're not used to it. It's new to you. You know, some people are scared, like, oh fuck, is that it? You know, no, this is just the fighting game circle of life. The game's alive for a few years. The game starts declining. They either make another game or they call it quits. It's just the circle of fighting games. Why is it dead? I'm saying I'm leaning towards it's not dead just because people are leaving. Yeah, sure, it's declining and the game could die, but that's if we let it, right? Those of us that are still gonna play it, that's if we as a community let it die. A good example is, look at the melee. Yeah, they nerfed my whole team. We'll get into that later. But good example, look at the melee community. The game's fucking almost as old as I am. You know, the game's like 21 years old or something. You know, we didn't let it die. And they kept that shit alive through any means necessary. DBFZ isn't gonna die. I don't think it'll die, but it's definitely on a decline. It's on a more of a rapid decline than it's ever get. But anyways, like I was saying, the melee community persevered, right? And look at them. Their game's fucking, outside of obviously the pandemic where every community took a hit, their game's in a comfortable spot, right? Especially because I forget the guy's name that made Slippy, but God,
it cannot die.
Exactly, Juice, sorry. God bless the guy who made Slippy for the melee community. I forget his name, dude, but that guy deserves more praise from his own damn fucking community. I bet like half the people that use Slippy probably don't even know who made it or the guy's name, dude. They're just like, sick, me play game, match. Fizzy, thank you. Yeah, the legend Fizzy, dude. God bless that guy's soul, dude. He fucking did it. Own time and effort. Special place in heaven for a guy like that. But yeah, that game's old as fuck, right? there's new versions of the game and it's still going strong because the community fucking loves it. Well, Marvel 3 isn't dead, but I wouldn't really say that game's alive. You know, like there's still people, sure, but there's like no, you can't just hop on and fucking play Marvel 3. You know, you have to go to a Discord. You have to know people. You know, it's not dead, but it's not alive. It's kind of like in limbo. But I'm just talking about games here that persevered and are still flourishing. Do you think it would come to all platforms? Well, I mean, that would be the smartest thing, Clyde. We don't know if rollback is or isn't going to come to fighters. The odds are probably not, because apparently it's up to Bamco and not Arxis, because Bamco owns the game. And they're not going to want to spend more money, more than likely. So the best odds are another Dragon Ball game. Or like a Naruto Fighters or One Piece Fighters, right? You know, and since they have to build everything from the ground up for the most part, add better netcode. Is rollback gonna save DBFZ? Look at it this way, Jay. Imagine me playing Goichi, Sonic Fox playing Goichi in a tournament online, right? The Kill Sage playing Leffen, dude, with, you know, stable netcode. Imagine tournaments with that widespread of a competition, right? Of a player pool. Think about it for a second. It'd be hype, right? It would help the stagnation, which I'm gonna get into, like I said, once I'm done talking about all this shit. What's really declining and stagnating the game? It's not really the players leaving, you know, it's not the players putting their opinions out there, outside of like a small number of people that are influenced by them for some reason. You know, think for yourself. Don't listen to this fucking guy saying like, I had my fun, I'm dropping it, like Andy in Toy Story. Goodbye, Woody, you know. If we don't get a season 4 announcement by summer, there's a 99% chance of working on Fighters 2. I feel like they soft confirm it, having Gogeta 4 at the middle of the character select screen. Thoughts? So about that, the way I perceived Gogeta being in the middle was, this is the last character. They didn't make the character select screen bigger. They just put him in the middle. They squeezed him in there, right? It was a tight fit, and they squeezed him in there. He doesn't even have a full character stop location. Yeah, because well, anyways, I'll get that in a second. So, but yeah, he doesn't even have a full character select portrait picture. That shit is crushed, dude. So they squeezed him in there, brother. But anyways, yeah, rollback netcode would stop location barriers for the most part. You could have West Coast play Japan comfortably, East Coast play Europe comfortably, you know, Canada, Mexico, all of NA could play each other, right? Like, imagine the player pool. Imagine, you know, the different variety of characters you would see, you know. Did everybody forget to change the menu in Season 3 because no more characters could fit back in Season 2? Yeah, but that's when the game was still more full of life, Roddy. That's when, you know, the offline scene was still around, you know. That was before the pandemic kind of fucked everything. So, like, it's kind of weird because we have to factor in the pandemic to everything, which is a hindrance to fighting games. Specifically, fighting games. Right? That's what sucks about the fighting game community, you know. Like during a pandemic, netcode is just so important. You know, FPS's, MOBA, all those games, their netcode's acceptable. It passes. You can play with your buddies, no problem. You can play in like 100 ms, 100 ping, 150 ping, 200 ping. In a first-person shooter, it'd be like, all right, bet, that's fine. In a fighting game, without rollback with delay-based netcode, 200 ping, suffering. That's what, like 13 frames of delay or something massive like that. I'm not sure, it's somewhere around there. I'll get into why fighting games don't have rollback as many fighting games or mainstream fighting games have rollback or good rollback as they should once I'm done with this. But yeah, I mean, the Kill Sage put in his work for the game. It's understandable. He doesn't have good internet at his house. He can't play online even semi-comfortably because he has, I think, Spectrum. House is shitty Spectrum. If you're watching, let me get that Spectrum sponsorship, even though I have Fios. Yeah, I already got the exhibition matches. We're gonna watch the exhibition matches after this, by the way, guys, or after a few more talks. But yeah, you know, Sage can't play online. He has shit internet, right? Like delay-based netcode doesn't help that. He can get away with it in Skullgirls because it's rollback. You know, it helps remedy having shitty internet. Not completely, but better than delay-based netcode. Can't get to good gameplay if I can't net play. Well, I guess. Apparently, Japan had its own Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta showcase. Bet. Rollback could revive every fighting game in the past. I mean, sure, it would have helped fighting games in the past. That's kind of crazy to think. That's like, nah, you know what? It's not even that crazy to think how important sustainable netcode would be right now. We literally live in the age of online, guys. It's actually completely unfucking acceptable to not have the bare minimum, dude. It's actually unacceptable to not have the bare fucking minimum to comfortably play a game online. And the biggest problem with that was what Japan has, like the not made, what's it called, was not made here. It's something like that. They're very prideful that they don't want to outsource, you know, anything. But Arcs is correct because of all the complaints, which, you know, everybody who complained, fucking thank you. You know, thank you for complaining for better netcode. We got it. We won the battle, not the war. We still need crossplay for future games to have rollback. But yeah, Japan's mad prideful, dude. There's actually a saying, it's like not made here or something like that. And rollback was not made in Japan, so they didn't want to use it. The fighting game genre is the only one really behind in terms of playing. That's what I was saying, Mike. I was saying, like, in first-person shooters and MOBAs, you know, you could be up to 200 ping and still play with your boys, right? You could have somebody from Europe play like an NA or whatever. You know, I watch Apex streams. I see Gen Burden, you know, I see freaking like Shiv. I see all these guys from like different countries and shit play in NA when they have to, and no problem. No problem. They're fine. They're good. It's crazy. Crazy to think we've been behind for a decade. That this isn't the standard. But we're slowly getting there. It's taking complaint after complaint, you know. Western devs had to, you know, do it first and show how good it was. When's Neko Para Chapter 4K? Who? When does the patch drop? I assume the patch drops with Gogeta in 2 days. And funny enough, Max actually chimed in too. Max has a good take on it. He literally made a career off dead games. Marvel 3. Yes. Marvel 3 blew this man's career up. Shout outs to that game. Fucking love you, Marvel. You fucking made my career. If this is the end of Dragon Ball FighterZ and there's actually no DBFZ 2, I think there'll be a second one too. Or another FighterZ game. There's just no way. He knows the game made too much money for there not to be a second game. Or like a Rev 2, you know? There will always be an extremely hardcore fan base dedicated to that one game they kicked ass at. Harness that kinship and make a community out of it. He's right. He's hella right. There's the diehard fans, dude. There's the people who just can't let go for good reason. If we get a second game, it better be. I brought this up earlier. They already have the bare bones understanding of rollback, right? They've already implemented rollback into Strive. There's no excuse that any future ArcSys game does not have rollback. There's zero excuse. You bought the wheel. I'll get to it after this, Polly. But there's zero excuse for any future ArcSys game to not have rollback. They've done it. They've implemented it. They got it to work. Everyone loved it. There's no excuse. And there's no excuse for other companies to follow suit as well. This doesn't make sense if they've shown the success of it. Arc Systems knows this well after Twitter going off for BB Tag. Exactly. You know, they've obviously, people have been campaigning for rollback for all their older games. DBFZ Super Rollback. You think if they do a DBFZ 2, they're gonna add characters that can transform? I mean, I would like that multi-shot. You know, maybe have like Goku Blue be able to go to Kaioken, Goku Blue Kaioken or whatever the fuck. You know, have Ultra Instinct sign and then spend like a bar to go Ultra Instinct. That'd be nice, but they would probably just make them separate characters to make. And Dragon Ball is known for having them as separate characters. Yes. Don't hold your breath. I'm surprised Bandai went back to Tekken 7 and added rollback to it. It kind of has rollback. You gotta remember though, dude. They're thinking about the money in the end, right? That's why I think them implementing rollback the middle of Fighter's lifespan is probably not gonna happen because they have to start from scratch. And for those of you that don't know, every time you add an update to a game, you have to pay. You have to pay for that update, right? Even though the update is free, like patches and shit, the company themselves has to pay for that update on top of the resources they have to spend making that update. I don't know when the patch comes out, Rugal. It should be around when the character comes out. Only on console? I mean, even if it's only on console, you gotta remember the main, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess for the lack of a better word, the main resource, or the main platform, there we go, for fighting games is consoles. The maintenance is today, but does the maintenance? It's Monday, isn't it? It is Monday, right? I'm not tripping. Okay, yeah, but yeah, the main platform for fighting games is on console. I wish it was PC. That shit would be tight. You know, games run better on PC, but console's more affordable and more efficient for some people. Honestly, I'm just waiting for a fighting game to come out where it's free to play. And then, you know, if you want a sick character, you either grind it out or you pay like $3, $4 to unlock them. That formula has been proven time and time again to work. I don't know. I mean, Project L's gonna do it, right? But we're not gonna talk about Project L. We already know they're gonna do that shit. But yeah, fucking that formula has been proven to work, right? You give them the base roster, then you unlock the characters as you play the game, right? Or you spend a few bucks. That formula has been proven to fucking work. You know, fighting games being on console thing became a console thing because it's more affordable. Arcades before consoles era were also more affordable, literally a fucking quarter. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just it's easier for people to get around it being on console than on a PC. How does rollback work? Could someone link that godlike video? I think Sajam talking about it. Yeah, Street Fighter is like the only fighting game that does that, and I think KI? Does KI do that? Where you just play the game and you unlock the characters? But anyways, guys, to wrap this up, what I think is really stagnating the game isn't, you know, people leaving. You know, not even the net code, right? Because that's like in the end of the day, you know, top players or high level players are usually the ones that bitch about it the most or make it the most apparent. It's more so how they're making adjustments to the game, right? Like everyone's sick of seeing the same 5 characters. Everyone's sick of seeing Broly. Everyone's gonna be sick of seeing 21 in a while, right? She's the new hotness. She's the queen of Dragon Ball right now. Everyone got sick of seeing Z Broly. You know, people are sick of seeing Kid Buu, GT, you know, base Vegeta. That's the biggest factor for the decline of a game. Is the same shit over and over and over and over. And one of the best ways to remedy that is, sure, you could nerf the top tiers, whatever, or now bear with me here. ArcSys employee, if you're in here, write this down, okay? Anybody from ArcSys or Bamco is in the stream, I need you to grab that fucking magical pen and write this shit in your notebook, okay? Buff, super buff, I should say, low tiers. Very simple. People in the community that have great ideas. My idea for Goku Black is make his 5S non-super dashable and have H instant transmission be 2 Goku Blacks, one on the left, one on the right. You hold the button down, you stay in front. If you don't, you cross up. That's it. Goku Black would be OD. There's some great fucking ideas out there. Buff them. Stop lowering the character pool. Instead, here's the concept. People want to play other characters. Goku Black is sick, but he sucks. With those two buffs, people will be like, this character's fucking tight. I'm just saying, man. Some people have great ideas to buff their characters. Some people have great fucking ideas of how to make the characters better. But Arxis is just nerf, 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 nerf. I don't get it. Only 5S though? I mean, why would you ever throw the fast one, Quagsire person? Why would you ever throw the fast one if like it beats Super Dash, you know? Now buff Videl. You could give Videl like 2 things and then she's already kind of solid. But yeah, there's that Goku Black X teleport. You're right. There's people with great ideas in the community. They listen to the community, but in the wrong way. They listen to the complaining side of the community, not the constructive criticism side. But I mean, they're the majority out yelling. What kind of word am I looking for? Whatever. They're drowning out, there you go, the people with the good ideas. Because not a lot of people are talking about good ideas. A lot of people are talking about bad ideas, right? And then people get their characters nerfed for no fucking reason. But also GT, that people are like, damn, you're really killing my character. Why should I play this game? That's the type of shit that's hurting this game more than anything. Above all else, not the netcode. You know, the players leave as a byproduct of their characters getting over nerfed or just randomly getting shot, you know? Like Roshi's DP assist did not need to get shot the way it did. All I wanted for it was not to autocorrect when you crossed them up. But that didn't even matter because he still got like 40 frames of hit stun if you hit behind him. But they decided to just make a whole ass gap in it. Every DBFZ player hates Reddit. What about Goku Super Saiyan? Bring back his 2M. That shit was not that got nerfed because it was a meme. And then they're not gonna revert it back to being -5 because they don't want to say we were completely wrong. That's another difficult hurdle to get over with developers, right? They don't want to admit they were wrong. So they're if they do revert a change, it's not gonna be a complete revert, right? They kind of fixed Super Saiyan Goku's 2M, but it still sucks. Bring back double supers. Yeah, that adds variety to the game. If double supers were in the game, you'd still see Bardock's. If you'd still see, you know, more TNs, right? You see characters like a double super, adult Gohans, right? They're just lowering the character pool, right? They're ruining people's motivation. The motivation goes a long fucking way. What with its fucking no comment? What's keeping you from quitting this game? I enjoy the game. I enjoy it for what it is. I like my characters. We'll see how they play after the patch. Dragon Ball. I grew up with Dragon Ball. If Super Saiyan was the same, would there really be a reason to play any beam assist? Any other beam assist, you mean? Yo, Kenny, thank you for the tier 1. Dragon Ball is dope. This game punishes creativity. Yeah, if you guys go back and look at this game when it first came out and like all the routes people figured out or that you could have discovered, they're gone. So many of them are gone because they're like, no, we want to keep this game simple and bare bones, which they thought helped the game. But in my opinion, I think the fact that they took out such creative methods actually hurt it. Like imagine Fenrich. Imagine how sick Fenrich would be if you could still double super, right? If you could do that one bug where you could fucking command grab with Cell and roll tag at the same time, or throw a beam and roll tag at the same time, right? Imagine all the old combos you could do, you know? The fights would look so much cooler. The matches would look so much better if all that shit was still in here. Yeah, the Goku Black Holy Grenade. Remember the Beerus? I don't know what Beerus' level 1 is called, but remember how you could loop that shit 4 times? Like, they took so much soul out of the game. And when you take the soul, you kind of sit there at like a bare bones, you know, fucking unseasoned piece of chicken. And you're like, What happened? This shit used to be so good. Did they get a new cook? Like, who's the cook here? Let me talk to them. I want to know where the seasoning is. What the fuck happened? We're witnessing the death of creativity in fighting games, guys. That's what's happening right now. Base Goku old loops getting shot, right? Why did they get rid of his shoulder tackle loop? No, they could have kept him in, and they could have kept everything else he had. There was so much. If you really think back, dude, there was so much shit in this game that they took out slowly, so people wouldn't really notice. But like, when you really think about everything, it's like, holy fuck, what happened? It's gotta be every character. There's still, you know, character specific combos and shit, but they definitely diluted what you could really do. So in my opinion, I think that's what's killing the game. Not the netcode so much, which it does help for sure. It's not the people leaving, but the people are leaving as a byproduct of the stagnation of the game. Taking out all the cool shit, nerfing instead of buffing, well, obviously not fixing the code. It's a combination of everything, but I think the stagnation is the most important issue with the game. The most important issue. Because Marvel's netcode was fucking trash. Oh my god. That game's netcode was trash, dude. But the cool shit you could do in that game, people didn't care. They're like, it sucks, but I'm gonna swag on you. I'm gonna do this sick TAC combo. I'm gonna do this sick whatever the fuck. I'm gonna mix you up out of your shoes and leave your underwear on. But like, man, the things you could do in that game is what kept people coming back. They didn't nerf the creativity in Marvel 3. Yeah, sure, proper shit got nerfed or whatever, but the game was always fucking sick, always stylish. Dragon Ball, all the cool shit. Like, remember Kid Boo's sick ass combos in season 1 when he would like, sure, he had to do M Mystic Bar or whatever, but you can't tell me the follow-up combo was not sick. You can't tell me the follow-up combo where he vanished. He fucking did like the spacing specific, like 5M, 2S, JS, landed fucking 1M. Yeah, there's a lot of old cool shit that they took out. But yeah, guys, the game's not dead. It's declining, especially because nothing crucial was announced. It did leave us on a cliffhanger, though. What do you guys think? It's declining, which is natural. Yeah, but I feel like it's declining at a faster pace than it should. With an IP like Dragon Ball. What do I think the most creative fighting game is? Like current gen? That came out in the last couple years? Or the one that's being played? Because if you're talking about being played still, it's Marvel 3. Like, Marvel's the most creative fighting game ever, bro. Like, good luck finding something more creative. That game is literally, if you think it, you can do it. Don't forget about story mode, another game. You know what? Mortal Kombat has shown that a good story mode is definitely helps when it comes to selling a game. Am I gonna end up leaving anytime soon? What, the game? No. I'm still gonna play it. I may complain and bitch, but I'm still gonna play it. They're making this game appeal more to Smashers. That's not even it, man. The problem is they're thinking too much about the casual player when they could have compensated for that, right? Which they already did with auto combo. They like, the casual player is not gonna give a shit if you do this sick advanced combo when they could do a combo that's almost as good by mashing square. You know, they'll probably be like, oh my god, I want to learn that combo, and then they'll feel inspired to learn a sick new combo, right? At least that's how I look at it. Can you elaborate on what you meant about that DP tweet? Oh man, the death of the DP. Yeah, I'll get into that. Just let me make my closing statements. But yeah, and all in all, guys, don't stop playing the game if you like it. If you enjoy it, keep playing it. People leave, whatever. Other players are gonna take their place. The real issue that we have to worry about is the character pool, right? Nobody will like seeing the same 5 characters. People want to see a fucking Nappa. People want to see a Beerus, right? People want to see a Zamasu, for Christ's sakes, you know? Give me a Videl. Give me Majin Buu. You know, don't give me any more, you know, Z Brawlies, 21s, Space Vegetas, you know, UIs until you get smoked. Kid Boos, right? Even though I play those characters, hold that shit. But I like them. Give me back a Dog Gohan, dude. Give me back fucking Cell, right? Give me back Bardock. Shit, man. Oh, and I play Napper and Majin Buu because those characters do not fit my playstyle. Like, Z Brawly doesn't fit my playstyle, you know, so I'm not gonna play him. My issue is that instead of buffing our characters, they release new characters with gimmicks from old characters. Even people want to play the old versions. Well, they had to sell their DLC, Mr. Clyde. You gotta remember, Gogeta literally has a down DP that hits both sides, and they took that shit away from UI Goku, which makes no sense. Which makes no fucking sense. They want to sell the character. The most characters feel samey, but who cares about my? Nah, that's a problem I had too, especially early on in the game, Janky, before we figured out routes and stuff. It's like a lot of characters felt the same and did the same thing. Combo route. Cloud's team gets nerfed. Cloud DBFZ is dead. Bitch, I'm saying it's not dead. What the fuck? You want me to start saying it's dead so more people can think it's dead? I will, bitch. Don't think I motherfucking won't. Someone shoot this asshole. Unfucking believable, dude. I got the fucking gun right here, guys. No. It's both a DP and DP assist, Mr. Clyde. Both DPs are only head invulnerable now. So he got super fucking smoked. Oh, you shot him! Oh, man. His 4-frame is enough? Oh, man. I'm not gonna get into all that stuff, dude. Just get your meaties down. Don't shoot this fucking guy, man. He doesn't need that many DPs. His DP gives him a Dragon Ball, homie. And you can do a 7 Dragon Ball DP combo and summon Shenron. He's a party game character. This character right here... Let me finish. Okay, that's it. Those are my closing statements. Play what you like. Fuck what they say. You know, fuck if someone shits on your game, whatever. They're bitter. Leave them alone, right? Fucking, they can't enjoy things, so they have to take it out on other people and project their insecurities onto your community. Whatever. Let them be. Don't shit on people for leaving the game for personal reasons, alright? Shit happens. Move on. Play what you like. You know, worry about the real problem, which is character pool and stagnation. Proper boss in there. Alright. So my 2 cents, guys. Hopefully they don't fuck this up and the next patch they give us is actually good. Buff the low tiers, dude. Buff bottom characters. Stop nerfing. How do you feel about all these characters being added having a host? That's just fighting games in a nutshell, brother. New characters are buff. Then old characters get power crept on. Outside of like a small number of them. But yeah, man. Don't forget, they even say right here.
Players can test their skills, and we also intend to make battle adjustments this year as well. So we hope that you'll continue enjoying and
yeah, they straight up said they're gonna make battle adjustments. So there's definitely another patch on the way. So if there's another patch on the way, I gotta imagine they have more in store for the game, because they would have been like, fuck this game. Why make another patch? We'll just do this and then we're out. So that's some hope, right? Them saying there's another patch. They didn't have to do another patch if they didn't want to do more with the game. Might just be a Nerf Gogeta patch? No. I think they would just, if they were done with the game, dude, I think they would just let Gogeta run wild. You're not a fan of the GT ones? Understandable. But now, we're going to watch the exhibition match.